Well, hello everyone. We're back. We're resuming. With more Mario at exactly 40. Oh, that's right. I was trying to figure out this damn puzzle. Oh, shit. This puzzle. And I was convinced that this was on the moon. So it would be like below somebody. Go back. Maybe this person? Would be like here? Because, okay. Oh, damn it. Snail. Gray. Gray with tan legs? Snail. Gray. Gray with tan legs. This, I don't see the tan legs unless it's his feet. Gray with tan legs must be this late. Okay. You know what? I think I should abandon this pursuit for now. I think this is not going for me. Oh wait, I should have looked at the other things first, huh? That's okay. Did we go back to the Cloud Kingdom already? Must have. Did that, pretty much. I don't think I did jack shit in the Seaside Kingdom. Jack off shit, full name. Jackson off shit. I'm sure there's some kind of thing with YouTube, like of monetization, that I should be concerned about, but I'm just not. I just can't. I can't be bothered. Okay, let's look at this gallery and just see if there's any other that we should be looking at. No. This is a thing. We did that one. There's like a cabana. There's one in the city. All right. All right. I'll have to come back to those one of these days, huh? All right. Can we spot anything that should not be here? Woo! Ew. Don't see anything right away. Certainly doesn't mean there's nothing there, but let's see. Let's just take a look. 39 out of 100 coins and 10 out of 52 things. And I didn't even get this yet. There's a lot to be done here still. Whoa. Okay, so now we have 71. So I have a lot to get here. Oh, damn it. I missed one. Ooh. Going well so far. Maybe I should just do it this way. Oh! There's like 70 of these, and that's one of the ones I already did somehow. Ah! What do we have here? I'm like 2/3 of the way, right, to my skeleton clothes. So, you know, don't say I didn't do nothing. Oh, look at that. Does that just stay above that golden guy? Should I go over there now that I've seen a thing? It's kind of my normal rule. These points. This seems like a level that should be full of treasure, right? I just feel like that would be on theme. How can I get up there? Should I get a fish and then spray myself up there? Oh, or I could glide. I think there's a lot going on over there. Well, I got a gumball at the thrift store the other day. A gumball machine. I bought a thrift store gumball. Smartest idea I've ever had? No. Disgusting? Yes. Much easier than... Oh, I see you. I got a gumball machine, so they had 3 of them at the thrift store. And, you know, they all were missing the keys. So you can't get the keys for... you know, you don't have the keys. And, I was like, well, you know, I don't care about damaging the lock or something, so, you know, this isn't going to be... I could drill the lock if I had to, or maybe there's another way. And it did turn out there was another way, which was I picked the lock, which is, I've never successfully picked a lock before, and I did it. I was quite proud of myself, because it's this barrel lock that you have to pick, and then it turns like 180 degrees, and then you have to pick it again. And then it goes 180 degrees, and you pick it again. And I was like, this really is not worth the effort, but I did it anyway. And I successfully got it unlocked and then opened up. There had definitely been a spider living inside of it, because there was like a spider's web and a webbed up bug, and also what I think were spider eggs. But I'm just kind of denying that that's what they were, because, you know, for my own peace of mind, basically. Just be like, let's pretend that it was not that, but probably was. But, you know, no spiderologist, but it looked pretty old as well, the web and everything, so I think I'm okay. I think I'm, like, you know, in the safety zone there. As far as infesting my house with spideys, it's always a risk with the thrifting, is that, like, well, what if you get something that's, you know, got bed bugs or this or that? Yeah, you gotta take the risk sometimes. I see something over here. How do I get you? All right. Ask me a damn riddle already. I'm gonna die, and you haven't asked me yet. What a butthole. Oh. That's not how I thought I was going to get that, but I'll take it. Is that all that was in here? Can we ever be sure? So I got it open and then fixed it, cleaned it out, and now it's like ready to go. But the funny thing about it is that like I'm not like a huge candy guy, so I'm not really sure what to put in it. Ah. What is the name of this land? I don't think it's any of these. Shit. Well, this is in Cascade Land, right? This is probably in the Forgotten whatever. Yes. I don't love that, like, you solve his riddle and then you're not done. You know, he opens up a path to a thing that then you can try and get. Although I guess if it's... well, okay. That was pretty much just a room. Why does this have so many bubbles in it? He's just like, I want to have a cool room. I want to do stuff. So yeah, I have this thing now, but I'm like, I am actually not like the biggest candy kid. There's a seed. You need to be able to mark things on the map in this game. That would be quite a boon. Daniel Boone. Yeah, so I'm in this weird spot because I have this thing and I'm like, oh yeah, it's like everything I kind of wanted, you know, would imagine. Everything I ever dreamed it would be like to own a candy machine. Except, don't really eat that much candy. So now I'm very torn and I figured out how to adjust the size on it too so I can like kind of put whatever candy I want in there. Within reason. You know, I probably couldn't put a, sneaky. Merci. Dolly. I couldn't put like a full-size Twix in there and expect to get it out anytime soon, but you know. Within reason. I'm a reasonable man. I hate these seaweed guys. I don't know what it is. It's like maybe their 2D nature makes them kind of hard to spot or something. Or like hard to deal with. Ah, shit. Just a 2D plant. I don't know. It's like a weird thing with this. Whoa! Candy machine. Do you think I can beat him? No? Oh shit. I see a moon. Do you think he would let a fish go by? He's like, a man I will not abide, but a fish is fine. Stop doing that. I think that Mario like blows his cheeks up really big. That feels like an essential part of swimming to me because I'm not good at swimming. So I'm like, yep, that makes sense. Something happened. I felt a rumble. Oh god. Must be something. What's with this guy? There's another seed. Okay, we took a lap. See these purples. Let's go. Let's complete doing like a lap and see where that gets us. I feel like this may be the most coin-heavy stage, but I don't know. What do I know? Get out of my way. Shit. They will, like, gang up on you and trap you. Little buttholes. Poohmaster Flex is not up here at the moment because she is watching the new Taylor Swift video and like clue hunting. This is like a version of true crime, you know, sleuthing that people do. Look for little hints buried in Taylor Swift's music videos. But it's like true crime, like, you know, internet sleuth, but not, you know, dangerous or anything. I approve. I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? Look, I bought a gumball machine and fixed it up, and what is that gonna do for me? What is that doing for society? Nothing. Like, someone would be interested if you found a Taylor Swift thing. No one's interested in my gumball machine. Hate to break it to me. Apparently, I came here before. Remember almost nothing about this stage. Damn it. I went up there. It's not so bad. Not so bad. I don't know where this goes either. I went up here a couple times, didn't I? Decorative crack or meaningful crack? Oh. Yeah, I definitely got this one with this lady boom ball. So I looked up some, I can't remember how it came about, but I looked up some Mario 64 ROM hacks. Because I was curious to play, you know, I'm like thinking about the future and when all these Mario games are done for me. I was like, then what? Tato. And I was like, oh, I liked Mario 64 a lot. Maybe I should play more of that. And there are some pretty good looking, pretty fun ones. But you have to do some things to play it. Sounds like you have to kind of get like a cartridge, an EverDrive. So it's like a cartridge that ROMs go onto. And then, you know, use that to load up these homebrew versions. Oh, Okay. I think she still has on her impractical shoes. Oh no, she's got flip-flops on. Alright. Alright. We're cool. And let's take a secret entrance to somewhere. Ah! Oh, I see a moon just off to the side there. So there was one, there's actually one that I got for Christmas last year. Super Mario 74. How close am I on this now? No? Hey! We're done with the Lake Kingdom. Good for us, man. Also, I happen to feel like I remember where the hint art is on this, so maybe I should check it out and see, because I can quickly return to where I was, right? This is when things get dangerous, because it's like, yeah, okay. Oh, yep, got that. Good to go. Alright, so I think we're done with that stage. And it's loving, peaceful music. So, and then there's one that's called like Super Mario 331B131 something. It's some crazy thing. And supposedly it's kind of like a weird, super expansive ROM hack homebrew of Super Mario 64. Anyway, there's a few of them out there, so I am kind of curious to play some of them and see what they're all about. I just wonder, because it's like, I really like Mario 64. I'm like, does that mean, though, that you'll like the ROM hacks? I don't know. One of the things about ROM hacks, too, is like, they have a reputation for being quite difficult. Usually an earned reputation for being quite difficult. I don't know how into that I am. I mean, I'm not like a fiend for difficulty, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna find the most difficult game I possibly can. Oh no. Haha. Gotcha. Taking notes. I always wanted to as a kid, after I saw the movie Dirty Work, starring Norm Macdonald, and he always did like a note to self with a tape recorder. I always wanted to get a tape recorder and do that. And it's probably a good thing I didn't, because it would have been... Like, what the hell am I going to talk about? Like, 12? Well, I've got a lot of insights into the world that people are going to want to hear. Would have been fun to have now, though. If there's one thing I really regret, and when I say really, I would immediately like to take that back a bit, but one thing I do regret is that, like, I got rid of old journals and stuff that I kept as a youngster. Because I feel like they would probably be hilarious now. You know what I mean? Like, they'd probably just be so emo and like, I don't know, funny. I just think they'd probably be funny and remind me of things that I think at the time you're like, I don't really want to remember this stuff. And then later in life, you're like, I want to remember this stuff. Yeah. ZL and Y? Oh, god damn it. Alright, that doesn't give me oxygen in this one. I see. Ah! Can I get it fast enough? Shoot. What the hell? Now there's so many. What am I supposed to do? Oh, now I see this mound is... That one has 2. That one has 2. Who has 2? What the hell? Doesn't count if they're close or something? Like, what's happening? Alright, come this way then. Jerkholes. You can't just pop up new guys over there. What are you thinking? Now I know how to do this, like, exactly, and I don't need to do it quickly anymore. I know there's some way to kill these guys that I did before, and I cannot remember. Okay. What was I doing? I was in here. Gee whiz, thanks. Alright. I'll try this guy. Why can't I do it now? Because I needed to. Is the answer. Oh, and you can't be a fish. I see. See the challenge that is set before me. Do I risk it? Oh, fuck. Playing a dangerous game, Mario. What do we have over here? Only a fish, you say? It's like there's too much stuff to do here, so I'm abandoning everything much too early. I don't like the oxygen limitation of this stage. This stage involves a lot more swimming than the other one. You would think that one would be the oxygen intensive one, but actually I think it's this one. I think this is the secret jerk stage. Perfect. Oh, there's my turtle friend. My God. Wasn't there an art with an umbrella that looked like this? A hint art? Yes. Look at this. Okay. 3 umbrellas. So it looks like it starts at the bird, goes to a thing, to 3 umbrellas, to in between 2 things. There's another seed. How many freaking seeds are in this level? And where do they go? I mean, I'm thinking the bird's over on that beach over there somewhere. Out of my way, beeholes. You're right, he's got to be around here somewhere. Kind of the only place it makes sense for him to be. I see purple coins. Kind of playing this magpie style, you know? I see a thing, I get the thing. Not wise, what I'm doing. Ooh. Keep. How am I supposed to get up there? Wing, wing, wing. Damn it. Wait a minute. Oh shit. Oh shit. All your struggles are for nothing. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a cotton picking minute. Is that another fucking sleepy? What a dumbass. Ah! What's happening? I was like, what if I did this the hardest possible way? Using none of the available tools. Ah, there's the parrot. Okay. Beach volleyball, huh? Okay. Said parrot, and then glasses, binoculars, and then umbrellas? Right? I don't like this interrupts, how this interrupts the gameplay. I'm not a fan. Parrot, binoculars, 3 umbrellas, 2 pillars. I see 2 pillars. What happens if you just go... Let's just say one were to go ahead and just go over to them. Hell yeah. Boom. I wish the arts were labeled so I knew which one was which. That would be very helpful. No. Okay. Just one get up there. Ah! What a little jerk. You can't just go forever, huh? Alright, let's find a heart. That could be my next job here. Or maybe, let's get some clothes. I haven't been shopping forever. Go away! Oh, because I was that guy. Like, what the hell? Yeah. We're gonna dress, Mario and Seaman clothes. Yabba yabba. Oh, yeah, totally. Definitely will do. Okay, I'm thinking about this yellow dinosaur and I have a question. Because, I think you can get one of those, you know, 6 hearts from him. But I'm like, is it really worth it? Unless you're, like, headed for a boss showdown or something. Because isn't it like... Well, it would cost me 10 hearts just to die. Or 10 coins just to die. And then I'd have 3 new hearts, right? Let's just see. Yeah, 50 is not worth it. Did I not buy this yet? Alright then. I'm glad I didn't go for like a hint on that one from Toad and be like, you gotta be kidding me. I spent 50 coins to find this. Oh, Dr. Mario's fun. Gold Mario? Metal Mario. Meh. Bridal gown and veil. Okay. Bowser's tuxedo. Wow. Wow. They got a lot of great stuff here, I must say. Eight-bit Mario. Wow. Well, so many good things, but I'm holding out for my my one true love. This has to be something, right? No. It was. Once. That was a long time ago. Should I get a fish and try going down that hole? Did I do that already? Does anyone know anything? Is this going to be a pipe maze? Is that what I'm looking at over there? Alright, should we try this one first? See what happens. Oh. Okay, fun. Uh-oh. Game, thanks for not letting me do that to myself. The way I kind of tried to. Gotta take the hit sometimes. Yes, sir. Sometimes you gotta use your Mario 1 tricks. The old slide duck. Whoa. Oh shit. Would I quantify this as going great? No. But, you know, it's going. Treasure. All right. It's like I know I should go back and do something I was trying to do earlier, but... Don't really want to? Ooh, I see one over there. I'm gonna go to that. And there's a house over here. I think I have to be dressed like a sailor. Oh. There's where all the seeds go, huh? Okay. Right through that little slot in the canyon. This doesn't look great. Oh, I think I see where this is headed. You clear a path with your hat. But in order to... Wait, what? Ah, I see. So these guys become a necessary evil. I have to be an eagle-eyed viewer to find what I'm sure are many secrets. Nice try. No. Alright, but shit. There's gotta be another one in here. Oh, I see a little area over there. Clutch. How would one figure out? Alright, well that's not that. Kinda right when you come down from that little pyramid, huh? Whoop. Jeez. Good one. All right. Excellent. Excellent. I had thoughts about... So Taylor Swift released an album, and there's a magazine called Paste that did a review of it. And they were like, we're not going to put the writer's name on the review because previously, I guess, they had given one of Taylor Swift's albums a negative review and then got, you know, like death threats from Swifties or something. Which I was like, okay. But then I was reading it and it made me a little curious because I was like, well, so I went back and read the one that supposedly caused the death threats, right? Relaxin'. Maxin'. Guess I'll go get one of those guys. Okay. So I was like a little suspicious of this because as I was looking at it, I was like, you know, I went back and read the older review, which was of her album Lover. And I was like, I mean, it wasn't like a glowing review, but it wasn't really all that bad. So it did make me suspicious. I was like, what's going on? You know, why would you need to, you know, be like, in order to protect ourselves, we need to not put the name of the writer on this review, right? I was like, I don't know if I'm buying it. So I started thinking about how, what might be going on here. And so my first thought was, I was like, well, let's consider what an album review is for. Like, why does an album review exist, right? In like 1997, an album review existed because, you know, old people like me know that you would go to the record store on like a weekend and you'd be like, I want to buy a record, but I'm not sure which one of these is like my best, you know, return on investment option, right? Like, which one of these is going to make me the happiest? Which one of these is just garbage that they're masquerading as something better? And so you'd go to the record store, and if you read like Spin or Rolling Stone or, you know, a Circus, oh, this is intense music. You could get an idea of like maybe what would be your best option, right? Which was good, because then it's like, all right, well, I can get the most for my money. But the thing is that's obviously changed, right? Like since probably Napster days, that has changed. Because you don't really need to do that anymore. Because, you know, in the Napster days, it's because music was just free, which, you know, we can argue about piracy and stuff. I'm not really here to argue about that. I'm just saying, for most of us, for that period, it was free, functionally. And now, today, I'm like, it actually serves even less purpose than ever, because today, you can, you know, in the time it would take to read, and this review and paste of the new Taylor Swift, oh my god, of the new album is pretty lengthy in terms of like word count. And I was like, you know, in the time it took to read that, you could listen to, I looked it up and it was like, you could probably get 4 of the songs from the album in. So, you know, it begs the question of like, what's the purpose of this if, you know, if at this point in history you can access the actual entire album as easily as you can access the review for the album. Probably more easily, just because you don't actually have to pay any attention. So, holy shit, okay. It was like, those bastards, and then I can tone it down. So, which brings me to like, what's the purpose of an album review in 2024? And I think it's one of two things, right? It's either going to be, well, somebody's writing about this because they have something to express about it, right? Either something that it made them think about, or something that it evoked in them, or something, right? Which I was like, all right, and you know, that to me seems very legitimate and like a good idea, and I'm glad people do that. But this album review didn't strike me that way. Not because it wasn't positive, but because I read the one about Lover, right? And, okay, let's see what this is all about. I don't need to rankings board. How many of these? Do you think I have to do 100 of these? Oh, they kind of let me cheat a little. Oh, shit. Get off the court. So anyway, I was like, you know, I think that the purpose of it, right, is to, in 2024 would be to express something, or it would be in the case of something like Paste, perhaps, because you work for a magazine, website, whatever you want to call it, and as a writer of those kinds of things, your job is to drive traffic to that site, right? And this is kind of where I become suspicious, because in reading the old review, that person said about Lover, like, they didn't really enjoy Lover, but they also, I'm not fooled. I can throw you to return. I know, I figured that out already. Oh shit. But there's gotta be more, right? It's gotta be like 100 or something. Ooh, this is gonna be painful to get to 100. So, when they reviewed Lover, they were like, I actually really don't like this, and they were like, I don't like Reputation, which was before that. And anyway, in reading this newest review, the person was like, I think it's the same person, just because they were like, I thought I didn't like Reputation, but actually compared to Taylor Swift's more recent output, I like Reputation now more than I did then. Like, it was like, I don't really like it, but, you know, I think that everything since then is crap. Now, this has been like 7 years and like 5 albums have passed since then. So I'm like, well, if you didn't like an artist for the last 7 years and 5 albums, like, I got news for you. You probably don't like that artist very much. You know what I mean? And I'm guessing this person wasn't a super fan prior to that. But, you know, maybe. I don't know. Point being, I'm suspicious about the motive. And, like, you do see this from time to time, especially in, like, news magazine or magazine-style writing on the internet. And I think it's about, well, clicks, because I noticed this a lot in, like, 2019, 2020. A lot of, like, intellectual type of things, like NPR or New York Times would be like, what is the appeal of Joe Rogan's podcast? I don't understand it. And so what they would do, though, to try and, like, figure it out, is it seemed like they would intentionally pick the person on their staff who's least likely to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Who's kind of like predestined to not like it. And they would be like, you should do a review of this podcast. And it never really made sense to me. I mean, it made sense in a way, but it was sort of like they always couched it as like, I'm coming at this from trying to figure out what this is about. You know what I mean? And the reality was, it's like, well, I don't think you're really trying to figure out what this is about. I think you are trying to, you know, you're trying to write a thing that gets clicks. And it's like, I guess you're trying to sort of figure out what the appeal is. And that's the thing is, I'm like, I think when you write something like that, what you gotta do is, I think the most useful way to write something like that is to be like, I'm writing this in search of basically what about it appeals to other people. I don't think it's going to appeal to me. But my point is to try and say, like, people who do like it, what do they like about it? You know what I mean? And that seems like the correct way to approach something like that. So this Taylor Swift review, by the way, I'm not like a huge Swiftie at all. I think she's fine. I like a couple of her songs, but whatever. But this review was like pretty negative, and it was, I would say, really negative, and I don't know, in a weird way personal, even though it's like Taylor Swift is a public figure and whatever. But it seemed to be at least as much about her personal life as about her music. And I don't know, I just overall found it was kind of overwritten, and it seemed to be taking a lot of shots that I didn't understand. But the thing I really just didn't get was like, why would the office of Paste Magazine pick you to review this album if you're like, listen, I haven't liked her last 5 albums. I haven't enjoyed anything she's done for 7 years. She's like in her 30s. So I mean, I don't know, probably half of her career I haven't enjoyed. You know what I mean? And it's not like Metallica where someone's like, listen, they put out like 7 legendary albums and have in their later career put out stuff that I'm not as hot on, but I can still see being a fan. You know what I mean? Or still see being like, well, I'm still going to listen to the new Metallica and just see if anything strikes me. But I wouldn't go into it being like, I'm really not into this band anymore. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. So here's my suspicion. With that factor, and then the factor of, that album reviews are for clicks. I think what Paste Magazine did is decided to review this album, and then they were like, you know, what's gonna get us clicks? Because it's like, oh, here's the other thing. I'm like, you don't really need to write an album review of a Taylor... Oh, what did you say? Ugh, I knew it. There's another purpose you could have for an album review, which is like to review something that, you know, basically nobody knows about, right? And you're like, all right, well, I want to give this some press. I want to introduce people to new music. There's a website I go to a lot. I think he's called Angry Metal Guy, and he just reviews a lot of metal, and I just go to, he's got like a 5-star and above category. It's like a legendary status, and I just go there, and I just, you know, that's how I pick what to listen to while I'm working. I'm like, all right, I'll just listen to some meta, and yeah, I'm happy. But I don't even really read the reviews. I just am like, I don't know, he seems to have taste that often I can live with, so let's do that. How the hell am I gonna get to 100? Like, how long does it even take to get 100 if you did it on the first try? Ooh, this is terrible. This is a terrible, terrible moon. So I'm suspicious that what they did is they were like, we're gonna anonymize it so you can go off the chain and be really mean and nasty, bad as you want to be. And then what we'll say is, you know, we'll blame it on Swifties because we're like, oh, they sent us death threats. Because here's the thing about that. I was a little suspicious of it because I'm like, well, if you work for a music magazine, I don't think that that's going to be... In some way, I understand. It's like, it's a fandom of passion. But I was like, people get pretty passionate about music. I have a hard time believing that Swifties are like the only ones who did it this way. You know what I mean? Who would send in a death threat, frankly, because it's the internet. And it's like, well, you know what? Receiving death threats in 1972 would be one thing, because it's like, well, somebody wrote this by hand and mailed it to you. But, you know, I'm like, someone on Twitter said something, you know what I mean? I'm like, is this a credible threat, though? Not that anyone should receive a death threat for an album review, but I'm just suspicious that what they did is they did it this way so that the writer could be especially negative, and then they could, you know, kind of just be like, well, it's your own fault. We can't put the byline on here. And so then the person could be very negative without being like, well, look, people are going to be like, this was a kind of a crap review. Because it's like, well, it's not really designed to review the album. It's designed to garner clicks. And that's the big thing, is like, I can tell you from reviewing books on Goodreads, which is a limited experience, but it's the experience I have, that the way to get a lot of attention is to go negative. Like, if you say something is terrible and make a lot of jokes at its expense and, you know, whatever, that's the way to do that. If that's your goal, that's what I would do. That's what I'd suggest to you every time. Whew. Oh. Don't speed up. Finding it easier if I stay on the move. Shit. That was only 40, and that's my best. Oh my god. This is horrible. This is a horrible idea, and whoever did this is a monster. Look how slow it goes at the beginning, too. Like, at least the jump rope, you know, you kind of... It didn't take very long. Like, curious how long this takes. Just, I should have looked at the clock here. So anyway, J'accuse Paste Magazine. I think you just did a super negative Taylor Swift review because that gets more clicks than a positive review or a middling review. Because no one cares about a middling review. And a positive review is also just like, meh. But a negative review is going to bring out the Swifties. And so, and at the same time, too, I'm like, well, you're kind of playing into the game here, right? Like, to the magazine. I'm like, well, can you be upset if people are unhappy with this? Because it's like, isn't that what you're doing, though? Like, I'm not saying you gotta say something nice or say nothing at all. I just think, to be honest, like, there's really not much purpose to a Taylor Swift album review. Because her fans are going to buy it, and people who don't like her aren't going to. Like, the only useful Taylor Swift album review at this juncture would be one that's like, hey, I don't really care for her music, or I thought I didn't, and I think this album is great. And, like, you should listen to it. You know what I mean? If that was, or, you know, she did something really different, or, like, I don't know. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got something to say about it. But, like, just, it sucks. The writer, too, seemed very obsessed with, it's called, the album's called Tortured Poets Department. And just seemed real obsessed with the idea of, like, Taylor Swift comparing herself to a poet. And I was like, I mean, your beloved Bob Dylan won a Pulitzer Prize for his lyrics, which is crap, in my opinion, but whatever. I just feel like that ship has sailed as far as, like, what counts as poetry, what doesn't, and whatever. But also I was like, I mean, who cares? You know what I mean? Taylor Swift wants to call herself a poet, she can. I just, you know, whatever. I think that, like, the big revelation for me with Taylor Swift has just been, like, she seems to know what she's doing. And then with her fans, it's like people can call them dumb or whatever. But I'm like, I don't know, man. It looks like they had a really good time last summer. Like, it looked like they had a lot of fun. And I don't know if, I think at this point in my life, I don't want to be the person who's off to the side saying something is, like, lame. And instead want to be the person who's having fun. And it's like, I don't really care if people think it's stupid or whatever. I think it's like, yeah, I enjoy it. It works for me. It does something for me. I guess I also just think, like, music is so subjective. You know what I mean? Like, I think music is one of the more subjective forms of art, because it's like, even if you look at something like food, which is like, you know, the literal version of, like, everybody has their own taste. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, there is an objectively wrong way to cook a piece of chicken where it's raw. You know what I mean? Like, there is a wrong way to do it. But like a song, it's like, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of songs that I think were done the wrong way by the way they sound, but I'm like, I don't know, people like them. So whatever. I do find it very funny that there's like a politicalization of Taylor Swift. Because it's like, oh, she's like a... It seems that the argument is like, well, she's not conservative, and so she's got so many fans. What if they are not conservative because she's not conservative? I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, she is still an American. Like, she gets to vote, so, you know, if she's not going to vote conservative, I guess maybe change some of the things you're doing, if that's what you want. That's my best. Is 45. Oh my god. This is awful. This might be my least favorite one so far. It's just such a scam, you know? It's like, to have to do 100 of this is like, it's not incredibly difficult. But it's the thing that I've been complaining about on some of these, like, boss rush and other kind of levels, which is like, you have to be perfect for such an extended period. Alright, I looked at 1356 right now. I didn't catch it at the very beginning. But let's just see how long it takes. Wonder if I would be any better at this if I knew how to play volleyball. Guys, I was on a volleyball team for a few seasons, quite a few. We stank. We were horrible. Which was fine with me. I wanted to go and, like, drink beers with friends on Sunday, and that was fun for me. So I was like, yeah, let's play volleyball. Because I was like, I don't know, a couple choices of sports. And I was like, well, I don't really want to play softball because I just don't want to get my face bashed in by a ball. Softball. And I was like, also, I don't know how to pitch. I don't know how to catch. Like, there's a lot of skills that you'd have to learn, and I have none of them. I don't know how to hit. I don't know how to play softball. And so we formed the team at first, and like there was one player on our team. It was like the sister of one of the main components of our team, who became a main component, and she knew how to play volleyball. So she was kind of our, you know, like, mentor. I mean, we practiced one time at the park before our first game because I was like, I literally do not know the rules of volleyball. Like, I don't know, you know, and for a while they would make calls while we were playing and I would be like, I don't even know what that means. Like when they said, you know, you can't you can't spike it off the serve or something. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, how do I know if I spiked it versus I just sort of hit it? And there's a difference, but we were the Wrecking Balls, and Poonmaster Flex actually drew us team shirts with, you know, Miley Cyrus riding the Wrecking Ball, except it was a volleyball, which was great. And, you know, a font of, like, crushed bricks. Oh, my God. Okay, well, it's been, like, 2.5 minutes since I looked at the clock that last time. If you're watching this right now, I wonder how many people are going to watch this versus just scrubbing through and seeing how long this takes me to do. But yeah, we always stank. We were always like at the bottom or bottom-ish of the league. They made a rule at some point when we were in the league. I don't think it actually had anything to do with us, but there were a lot of teams. This is something I never understood. Okay, this is an adult co-ed rec league. Oh, that was a funny part about it. So it's a co-ed league, so men and women. But there was a rule, and it was like so you can hit it 3 times on your side, bumps that spike, right? If 2 of those were by men, 1 had to be by a woman. So in other words, you couldn't hit it 3 times and have it be all 3 guys. Now, if just 1 person hit it over, it could be just a guy could hit it. But if 2 guys hit it, a girl had to hit it. You couldn't just like set it and then spike it as a guy and a guy. What was dumb about the rule in our particular league, like I guess it's about, you know, like men being more athletic or whatever. But I was like, in our particular case especially, I was like, the girls on our team are much better than the guys. The guys were stronger and able to jump better, but we sucked. Like, we were terrible. You know, it was all sound and fury signifying nothing. So I was like, I don't know if this rule should apply to our team. You know what I mean? It's really not. And so we would lose points periodically because basically, 2 guys would touch it, you know, and then I would get yelled at. Oh yeah, basically. I would get yelled at because it was like, 2 guys, you have to hit a girl. And I was like, well, I don't know, like, I could barely manage to get it over. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, planning my shots carefully here. So, you know, in the heat of the moment, I'm like, look, I'm just grateful to get it over the net. I don't really care. Anyway, so they made a... Oh, damn it. Just over half. For God's sake. They made a rule because there were teams who joined the co-ed Sunday... Oh my God, 1. Who joined the co-ed Sunday Night Rec League who were really good. You know, and I mean, they would like... They were crazy. Like, they would spike it in your face and stuff like that, which I just never even... They'd be like, jump up, try and get it. And I was like, I'm not taking a volleyball spike to the face of this guy doing it as hard as he can to win this game. Like, I'm not going to do it for this game, let alone that 1 point. You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to happen. So just put that out of your mind right now, because I'm not going to try. But eventually they had to make a rule where the teams who were like the top 2 had to move up into the next league. Oh, Poonmaster Flex. I'm in hell. I'm playing volleyball. I have to do this 100 times. My record's 57. It's... Wait, you should see the beginning. Just wait until... Okay, there you go. Check this out. How slow it is at the beginning. And when you screw up, you gotta start all over and go this slow again. Huh? Okay, I'll be there in a little while. Poonmaster Flex was like, I'm gonna go get in bed. She had the patience to watch 7 hits. So yeah, these teams would have to move up. What blew my mind about it is I was like, why would you join a league? Because they had other leagues that played on Sunday night that were co-ed leagues that were like, you know, they had our league, which is like the casual league. They have like a, you know, medium league, and then they have a competitive league. And I was like, is it really like, are people literally just joining this league because they're like, I want to win? Because I mean, they would annihilate. This is the thing, is they made the rule because those teams would like be undefeated. Or there'd be those 2 teams and the only defeat they would have the entire season was the other really good team. And so then whoever was running the league was like, okay, like clearly this ain't right. So we're gonna move you up. I just never understood the people who were like, why would you play in a league that was like way too easy for you to win? But also I was like, if I was playing in a league that was way too easy for me, it would be because it would be like, I'm not really gonna try that hard. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be whatever. And you know, we were on the level of like, could barely get it over the net. I mean, like, when we got it over the net, when we returned the ball to the other side, that was a victory for us. I only really remember one win we had, and it was against a team that was like us, you know, where I was like, hey, look, if we get it over the net. I remember saying to our team at one point, like, you know what? Like, I know we're trying to bump set spike and be a little bit better at volleyball, but with this team, I think if we just get it over the net, they're like us. They're their own worst enemy, you know? So let's just do that. And we won, and everyone was excited on our team, and I actually didn't enjoy it at all, and I felt bad. And they were like, why, what, you know, we win and you're not happy? And I was like, it just didn't feel good, because it's not like we won because we were good or better. We won because a worse team arrived on the court that day. You know what I mean? They sucked. They were really bad. And I was like, now I know what it's like when other teams play us. I was like, I wonder if they feel bad, you know what I mean? If they're like, wow, that team is terrible, I feel really horrible. We did play against one other team a lot, though, that was really fun. They were much better than us, but, you know, we would play, and a lot of times we would actually play 2 or 3 games before the night was over, because we would lose so badly that our games were pretty brief sometimes. You know, we had like an hour on the court. And that was often enough for us to play like 2 or 3 games. So we played with them a lot, and that was the best part. But that's the thing, is I was like, I don't know, this is just a for funsies. And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't care if this was darts or billiards or like whatever. It was just kind of to hang out. It was just an excuse to hang out with people. And that's all I really cared about. So as long as we did that, and that was the big thing for me, is I was like, everybody has to go out after. Oh, fuck me. God damn it. 85. I was like, everyone has to go out after the games. That's the rule. We go out, we have a beer, and we just hang out. That's the whole point. But you know, and we really stunk, and I was fine with it, but some people on our team, it bothered me when people on our team wanted to get good. Not because they wanted to get good or be better, because I was like, there's certainly room for improvement here. But you know, they would always talk about it, and I was like, well, I think the easy answer here is if we practiced ever. You know what I mean? And I was like, look, if we play volleyball for 1 hour a week, we're not going to get good at it. You know what I mean? Like, we get together every Sunday, we play against a team. You know, I touch the ball 5 times because there's 6 of us on the court at any given time, plus we have to rotate out all the time. So like, you know, you don't really play that much. And I'm like, yeah, so like, no wonder. You know, and I was like, I mean, if we just got together and practiced once a week or something, it was like, just practice our serves so that like they all go over. That would probably make a pretty big difference for us, right? But, you know, no one really wanted to do that. And I was like, well, and that's fine. This was like the paradox for me, is I was like, hey, look, I'm not the one who wants to be better at volleyball. I'm the one who doesn't care. But also, why am I the only one who's like, you know, I'm not expecting us to get good at volleyball doing it so little. You know? I mean, I've probably played this as long as I've ever practiced volleyball in terms of time. That was my volleyball adventure. I mean, it was kind of fun, but then COVID kind of ended it. But I was considering not playing anymore anyway, because I just didn't love it. You know? It was just like, I don't know. And the team seemed to become more interested in winning all the time. And I became less interested. I did find it funny that, you know, or I do find it funny that volleyball players wear those tiny shorts all the time. I don't get it. I guess if you're on the beach, because I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I find it odd. Because I'm like, it doesn't seem necessary. I played in full sweatpants and usually a long sleeve shirt. And I wasn't good. But also I was like, would you really want to have your bare skin? Like, I don't know, if you're diving for it or something? That doesn't seem ideal. Maybe I'm just a wuss. Who knows? Who the hell knows? There's Olympics this summer, I think. Is that this summer? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people talk about the volleyball, but I'm not interested in it. I get it, like it's hard and the athletes are incredible, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. They're incredible at something that I just don't care about. It's like being the best accordion player on the planet, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's amazing. I could never do that in a million years. This person's obviously, you know, incredible at their craft. And it's a craft that I don't give one shit about. It's sort of like, you know, if someone was like, oh, playing all the Mario games and didn't care about that, I would be like, understandable. And, you know, like I watch a Mario speedrunner and I'm like always amazed because it's like the things they do and the things they can figure out. But also I'm not like, it doesn't blow my emotions. You know, I'm like, well, good for them. They seem to be having fun, so I'm happy for them, but I don't have any like, holy shit kind of feelings. And it's the same way I feel about the Olympics. That's the thing. I feel the same way about Mario speedrunners as I do about the Olympics, so like, eh. Oh my god. Guys, this is horrible. This is all for one moon. And it's like I'm tempted to leave and just be like, you know what, maybe I'll make this my last moon. But I feel like I already said that with one of the hint images that I was like, well, maybe if I play this game to the bitter end, you know, and I can't figure it out, that'll be my last one. But now I'm like, maybe this will be my last one. It would feel pretty good, I guess, to make this your last moon, because it's like, once you did it, you'd be like, alright, screw this game, done with it forever. Because, you know, if you just got a random-ass one as your last one, you'd be kind of like, eh. Like, I feel like I got a bunch at this point that are the hard ones. So it's not like gonna have that it's gonna be a little anticlimactic probably. Except I will probably spend a lot of time searching for a moon. But yeah, this is like hard because you just have to be, you have to do a thing perfectly 100 times in a row. That was tricky. That was like I had it in a pattern, as my good friend Areno would say. And then it was like, oh, no you don't. Felt like a trick. Oh, hell yeah. Whew, hero of the beach. No one's kicking sand in my face. Oh my god. Guys, that was really terrible. I hated that. I hated it so much. Okay. I think that might be it. Maybe, should I get a casual outfit? And show up at this beach party and then while it's just on my radar. This is definitely also where that hint leads. Because those are definitely the umbrellas that are available here. Uh-huh. I don't understand. Okay. I got an idea. Wait, no I don't. Okay. Casual. Ah, shit. I do this every time. Normally I would complain too, because I'd be like, oh yeah, it would ask you like, are you sure you want to change outfits? And I'm like, just change the outfit, damn it. Quit asking me. Stop preparing. We're always preparing all the time. Just go. Let me in. You won with the waves. He's just doing this. I'm not doing anything. And I'm happy about it. After that last one. Do you think there's a second relaxing dance to be danced? Mario's not a terrible dancer. Yes. Okay. All right. I see it up there. I don't know how I'm to get there. There's Goombas up here, and it feels like usually when there's a Goomb, there's a reason. It's quite high. I was like, maybe I can get more of them, and then, but that doesn't seem realistic. Wasn't there a flying guy? Is he straight over there? Think he could take me that far, that high? If I shook like crazy? What a flying guy. I don't know, man. I don't know about this. No, this is not gonna work, is it? Maybe I can get up there. I just don't understand what the Goomba is like. I would think making a tower, but then you're not going to get up there with that tower. You know what I mean? Tower's not going to be able to take you there. Ah! Oh boy. And what if you had like a massive one? 50,000 Goombas. I mean, you're not making the wrong choice by being like, you know what? I'm not gonna go in the spike ball thing. I'm so confused. Okay, so that's just a big loop. I thought I was in a completely different area. What an idiot. Huh? My dog friend. Thanks. Let's go somewhere else. I just have to lead you around until you decide to find something. Go through the water. Good dog. You tell him. Hmm? Yeah. Good dog indeed. I think there's another. It's entirely possible. But then you're literally running around on the beach. He's cute. I don't know why he has this little hat. I guess everybody has a hat, huh? I guess because that's the theme of the entire game. Alright, let's see what we got. We did get that godforsaken volleyball. Ooh, okay. Pretty good. Was that 29? 638. So we're only like 250-ish away from... Are we exactly? No. Yeah, 250. My god, there's still 250 stars. That's insane. That doesn't even... I don't even understand what I'm doing. Alright, well there's gonna be 4 seeds. Okay. I think this will have us set for this time. Thanks for watching, everybody, and hearing about Taylor Swift and my volleyball team. We'll see you next time.